Welcome into semifinal number 2 here at Callaway Stadium. Piedmont starting off the bat. Nesbitt drives down and takes a shot. 14:36, already a stoppage of play. And now Methodist will get the ball down on the offensive end. First, really, what is the settled possession? 2:42. Ball now with Matt Layden.
I can give you a participation at the end of the game, okay, or whatever. The only ones who might not play are 15-4 or 44, and the goalie. Everybody else should play. Talk about it.
And they'll work the ball around the perimeter, slowing things down. 2-3-1 set, counting from up top. Ball gets moved towards the near side. It's Cruz on the ball. He'll dodge down the near side alley. Shot goes way wide. Reset from the far wing. Now they move the ball back up top. Now the near side wing back where Layden receives it. Now through X. Bradley continues the rotation. Now on the near side, a dodge. And the roll back. Defended well by Piedmont. Wide open man on the backside. The running shot saved by Chilada. Crane Baker's battling for the ball for Piedmont. There's 3 of each. Chilada comes in to try and clean people out with the bulldozer move. Graham flicks it towards the open space, but Layden comes away with it. Check to the ground by Hannick. Hannick and now swats it away and picks up the loose ball. Jake Hannick picks it up, but an interference called against Colin Wanger. So the Lions give the ball right back. Layden now moves it up top. Glenn dodges down the right alley, draws a slide, moves it through X. Ball now at X with Bradley. Bradley goes for the dodge on Graham. Bradley moves it along to the wing where Layden receives it. Cruz now with the ball. Carries the ball in his right hand, goes for the dodge, moves it through X. Bradley now thought about the pass to the crease, pulls it away. And the pass to Layden off the mark, so an unforced error gives Piedmont the ball. Wenger on the restart now for the Lions. Throws over to Cabina. Cabina can't handle the pass. And Bradley picks it up in the offensive end. He'll pass it to Layden on the backside. Layden, time, room, shoots, saves, Chilada. Now Chilada looks for the clearing pass, finds Jeremy Beck. Beck now drives down, sends it out wide to Hadlow. Hadlow now has to race to the sideline to keep it in play. 12 minutes left in quarter number 1 now as Piedmont settles things down on the offensive end. Ball with Cabina, now Kennel. On steps Jeremy Cohn, and Piedmont ready to start their offensive efforts. Sun setting back behind the stadium. Cabina moves the ball. Now with Cohn. Cohn to Kennel. Kennel, lefty dodge, moves it through. Now with Goff. Goff at X. Goff pass up to Cabina. Nice handle there from Josh Cabina. Now steps high, gets hit, and a save is made. His clearing pass gets swatted away by Jenks. And now a battle for the ground ball comes up Green. Cooley Jr. throws that one across the field. And Majewski throws the ball into the box. Mastriani now on the ball. Layden on the ball, moves it back to Bradley at X. Now Glenn dodges down the right alley, wants the shot on the run, and that one trickles past the feet of Chilada for the first goal of semifinal game number 2. So the Methodist Monarchs on the board first. Go up 1-0 over the Piedmont Lions.
Animosity has jumped up in the press box by number of degrees. Game day has it up here. Exactly. Brendan, you're going to have to remove either Chuck or Nate from the press box because they're running the miles.
Face-off push forward by Lemieux. And now battle for the ground ball. Won there by Bradley. I'll spin the ball back to Layden. Layden will hold it there and wait for the subs to come on. One more sub looks like for the Monarchs as Jack Bryan now checks on. Layden dodges to the near side. The question mark, and not a question there as Chilada makes the save. Chilada now walking the ball up for Piedmont. Lobs it through the middle. Hannock unable to gather that one down. Trickles through the defense, and Chase Goff keeps it in possession for Piedmont. Goff now racing around trying to get his hands free. Throws on the brakes and stumbles a little bit, but moves it back to Jonah Preston with 9.5 to go. Cade Kuda on the ball now for Piedmont. He'll carry the ball high to the middle of the box. Toss it over to Chris Hadlow. Hadlow now at X with Goff to Jenks in the far wing. Jenks now to Kuda, top right of the box. He'll move it along to Preston. Preston now on the dodge. Split dodge to the right hand. Beats his man, draws a slide, moves it through X. Pass, not a clean one. It's headed towards the end line. And picked up along the end line by Josh Brown. They'll look to clear. Piedmont retreats back into the box. It was a successful clear given to the Monarchs. And a good trail check taken there by Hannock. And now Crane Baker picks up the loose ball and headed downfield. Wrap check will work there by Layden. And Layden picks it up and heads the other way.
Turnover 14 caused by, was it 1-1? Ground ball Methodist 1.
Layden now settles out in the near side wing.
Come on, guys. Hand over the ball for more than 30 seconds.
So lots of sloppy turnovers in the middle thirds of the field.
Number 9? Yeah.
Ball in the far wing for the Monarchs, now with Layden at X.
Okay. And then some short stick. Goes back and forth.
1-0 the score, 8 minutes, 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Piedmont trails.
They played 1 year together. And his dad is giving us.
Ball in the far wing, now top right of the box. Now given to Mejia. Mejia shoots, Chilada saves. Chilada sends it out to the near side to Wenger. Wenger now races upfield past the 50 and beyond. He'll touch it in the box. And pressure comes on. Ball gets moved to Crane Baker. Crane Baker passes it down to Hadlow in the wing. 1-0 favoring the Monarchs now. 7.5 left in the first. Josh Cabina now with the ball, middle of the field. Now to Cone. Cone draws the pole. That's Brendan Seaman on the field with the pole. Kennel draws the slide and rolls back. Now to Cone. Cone across to Cabina. Cabina dodges down the right alley. Beats his man, the shot, and a save.
P17 save. Play.
Piedmont comes out with this one, and Kennel gets lit up on the crease. And Siemens goes down 2, but the clear gets through to Layden. Layden now pushing the issue. And gets Chilada to bite low and finishes high for goal number 2.
If 93 is the game for us, and it gets chippy like that, somebody's going to lose a low. So our debacle against Peace at the end of the game.
2 goals, 2-0 with 6:49 left in the first quarter. Piedmont trailing. At the faceoff X, it's Nick Lemieux and Lamont Nesbitt. Vandermeulen and Hannock on this near wing.
Because if you have the Peace roster in there, they switched Brendan because he brought his jersey that day. And that's why we have the roster, so I'll just do 13 for Brendan the rest of the game.
Nesbitt wins this one out front and scoops it up himself. Tries to pass it out to Preston, but it's taken away.
9.
Siemens comes away with it, passes it out to Layden.
BM 13. Turnover 9 caused by 13, BM 13. Yeah, because that's the piece when we're trying to figure out his jersey. Okay. We'll just change it after the fact.
Dodge in the wing.
I didn't even know I had
The rollback, the shot,
S.
off the target.
Y. That makes sense.
Matt Layden, one today, senior midfielder, playing attack today, will pick the ball up at X.
This game is already more exciting than the first one. The first one was kind of boring.
Bradley now continues the rotation.
They're playing zone. It's just it's a boring team to watch. Yeah. It's like watching Wisconsin for basketball.
2-3-1 set for the Monarchs here at Callaway Stadium. Mejia now moves it, ball through X. And Mejia looks to dodge. He draws Burns. No slide needed, no roll back. Pass it across. Pick comes, Hannick plays through. Big turn by Jack Bryan to move it back and reverse the order. Skip pass down to Layden. Layden has plenty of time and space. Chilada makes the slave. Battle for the ground ball. Goes up White as Wenger scoops up the loose ball. Still in traffic. Able to find Graham out the backside, who throws it across to Jeremy Beck. Chilada lobs this one deep downfield and won't connect with Burns, but Burns able to pick it back up. Burns cross crease pass to Jenks, picked off. That's Majewski who picks that one off. And now the Monarchs with another offensive possession. It's Michael Bradley down on the near side rather. And he'll carry through X. He's got the short stick matchup that he wants. Bradley, the senior attackman from Ashland, Virginia, now backs up towards the inline to dodge against Colin Crane Baker. Splits to his left hand, pass across the crease, gets deflected, and it's bouncing towards the sideline. The diving save won't do anything, and Piedmont now gets the ball. Pass to the inside to Burns, and Burns will clear the ball down. Moves it to Cabina. Cabina along to Cone. One more sub now is Nick Burns, a defensive midfielder for Piedmont, still stuck on the offensive end. No advantage gain on the sub there. But now Sean Kinnell moves it back to Josh Cabina. Cabina down the far alley to Hadlow. Hadlow spins it through X. Goff on the ball. Goff cuts back, now moves it along. Drops the pass and then battle for it. Goff picks it back up. Goff struggling to keep his footing on that far sideline. Cabina to Kinnell. Kinnell dodges down the left alley, draws a slide early. Now to Cabina. Cabina across to Cone. Cone bullies through his man. The shot and save. Bingham with another one. Layden with the ball in this wing. They'll slow things down on the offensive end. Two, 3-1 set for the Monarchs. They move it across the top. And now down to the far alley. Mejia on the ball. Opts not to dodge, moves it to Layden instead. Layden back through X to Bradley. Dodge from up top. Nothing gained there, and they'll work the ball back around. 2 minutes left in the first quarter and a 2-goal advantage for the Monarchs. Bradley rolls back at X. Moves it, and now it's worked all the way up top. Mejia back down to Layden. Layton dodges, throws the pass with one hand, but it gets deflected down towards the east sideline.
BP4. BM4.
And Beck pushes him out of bounds for Piedmont clear now. Wenger on the ball. Less than a minute and a half to play in the first. Piedmont trailing by 2. Chilada takes his time when walking this one up, looking for the open pass, but the Methodist does a good job in their drop zone. Pass up ahead to Kuda. Kuda now stepping into the box, driving inside. Shot from time and space. Off the mark. Hadlow picks it up off the carpet. Hadlow to Goff. Goff now gets it to Jenks. Jenks to Kuda. Kuda moves it to Cone. Less than a minute to go.
Just a minute again, Chuck.
Cone dodges down the right alley, draws the slide, moves it through X. Preston now with the ball, moves it to Cade Kuda. Kuda dodges down the right alley. Pass inside to Cone. Cone finishes on the doorstep. Flags go flying after the play from the near side official. Cade Kuda getting credit for that assist as he dodges down the right alley and then feeds the ball back inside. A push is called on Methodist. Vandermeulen and Nesbitt at the face-off X. 35 seconds left in the first. And Piedmont cuts the Monarchs lead to 1. Nesbitt wins this one out front, struggles to get the ground ball, but eventually gathers it. Drops to his knees, now swarmed by green jerseys.
TE9 caused by, I don't know, 8.
Mejia picks it up, moves it along to Layden.
Brendan karate chopped him with his stick.
Layden, cross crease pass. Chilada with a save. Rebound will fall. That's going to be Michael Bradley, senior attackman, finding the back of the net on that one. So with 10 seconds left, a quick back-to-back goals, one from either team. 3-1 the score with 10.7 seconds left in the first quarter.
No, 2:11. That's time-wise. Oh, yeah.
Vandermeulen and Nesbitt meet again at the face-off X. Nesbitt again winning it out forward. Struggles for the ground ball. Held up a little bit. No call is made. And another hold on the other side. This time it's going to be Hannock that causes the hold. So less than a second now, and Methodist on the ball. And Matt Layden will just look to shoot this one from near the midfield line.
Say that again?
Layden rips, but it doesn't make it through. 3-1 the score. Monarchs leading after 1. You're watching the USA South Men's Lacrosse Tournament action, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. Back to the face-off X for quarter number 2 here in USA South men's lacrosse semifinal action. Opening face-off won by Piedmont. And now Burns with some space tucks away and gives it out to Jenks. Sean Kinnell on the ball now for the Lions. Has Cabina open. We'll move it there. Cabina draws the pole. That's Brendan Seaman. And now the Piedmont offense settles down and moves it through X. Hadlow on the ball. Hadlow steps out wide to move it to Cabina. Cabina now to Cone. Cone to Kinnell. Kinnell, full head of steam, dodges down the left alley, gets doubled, rolls back. Cabina now to Cone. Cone now draws the pole and he'll spin it the other way. Mismatch on the backside as two poles playing on midfielders. And Jenks recognizes and he'll look to attack against Mejia. Quick slide, and Jenks rolls back through the double, pass up top to Cone. Cone step down, rip off the mark. Kinnell now with the ball, just outside of the box on the top right side, facing where the goalie stands. Cabina now dodges down the right alley and pulls away after the slide. Skip pass across to Kinnell. Kinnell step down, shot, goal for Piedmont. Sean Kinnell with the bouncer on the backside. Cabina does a good job dodging down the right alley and skipping that one through. Finding Kinnell open on the backside. One goal lead for the Monarchs now. Lemieux and Nesbitt meet at the X again. Burns and Majewski on the near side. Nesbitt pops this one out forward, tries to flip it over to Burns. And now still a battle for the ground ball. Picked up by Hannock, Jake Hannock. And now travels downfield. Pass it out to Jenks with the outstretched stick. And now Kuda checks in and gets the pass. Pass across the top to Preston. Jonah Preston moves it back. Tyler Etten now checks in for Piedmont. Piedmont settles out in the 2-3-1 set. Hadlow works the ball through X. Goff continues to spin it around to Jenks. Jenks now to Etten. They'll continue working the ball around the perimeter. Etten cuts through, sets a pick for Hadlow, and Hadlow draws the short stick up top. Hadlow drives, drops to his knees, tries to get underneath, moves the ball through X. Now Goff dodges near side, moves it up top to Kuda. Kuda across. Now with Etten.
She's probably using the chat stat or something over there.
Etten to Jenks. Jenks now draws the short stick, so it's going to be a 5-on-5 matchup. Brady Jenks and Luke Vandermeulen at X. Jenks, the hesitation step, draws a poke check across the face, no flag. Goff gets pushed, so a loose ball push going to be called Piedmont ball. Ball moved up top to Etten, who struggles on it. And he'll box out so Kuda can come away with the loose ball. Etten now gets it, he'll dodge downhill. Forced down the alley, moves it backside. Preston just unable to gather that one in. Race to the midline. Kuda picks it up and gets hit hard.
Turnover, Piedmont 37, caused by 9.
Mayevsky picks it up after he pushes Kuda to the ground. Now ball on the carpet again. Mejia now retreats and works the ball through the defense. Layden now touches it up in the box. He dodges down the alley. The underhand rip hits the outside.
Shot Methodist 1 wide, BM4.
Mastriani passes the ball up top.
We keep a clock on the computer as well, the stats.
Glenn helps work this one around. Now Layden through X. Bradley with the ball behind the net. .940 left in the half. 3-2 the score favoring the Methodist Monarchs. A dodge down the far alley, that's Glenn. And he'll work the ball through X. Dodge from X, and a save from Chilada. Graham picks up the loose ball. His pass gets swatted away, still in the turf.
LPT 2 caused by 1, BM6, SM6.
And Bryce Kephart grabs the net, grabs the ball, and finishes. A lot of action there from both sides, and the Methodist Monarchs come away with the victory there as they score that one.
That is 9 for us. I lied. It's probably 2 actually.
Seaman throws a heavy check. Ball still in the turf. Hannock comes away with it.
Ground ball 28.
Piedmont face-off win there thanks to the long stick midfielder. And now Piedmont will settle out to get their substitutions on. Last one steps over the 50. And now we're ready to start offense on this end.
Right pass.
Cone dodges pass and shoots that one straight to Stevenson's stick.
Pretty shot 6 L
Ball loose. Now Goff has it in front of the goal. Hit as he shoots and it misses.
SP4 wide.
So now another clear opportunity for Methodist. Ball moved to Stevenson inside the crease. He lobs this one out. Caught by Vander Meulen right at the 50-yard line.
Yes.
Layden works it to Bradley at X. Now with Kephart. Now to Glenn. Glenn dodges down the right alley. Draws the slide. Burns pushes him away. Bradley working behind the crease with Graham. Moves it now to Kephart. Timeout called by Methodist, so Monarchs leading 4-2 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the half. You're watching semifinal game number 2, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. back to the action here at Callaway Stadium in LaGrange, Georgia, for this, the first USA South Men's Lacrosse Conference Tournament. Piedmont taking on the Methodist University Monarchs. Glenn moves the ball back outside. And now Layden with the ball at X. Layden moves it near side. Kephart continues the rotation. Mejia. Now back to Glenn. Layden now backing up at X. Works through the pick. Does Wenger. Layden rolls back. Gets underneath. Fake and finish for Matt Layden. His second of today. 7:05 left in the half. 5-2 lead for the Methodist Monarchs. Seaman and Nesbitt at the X.
His older sister was our women's coach. He would have been our all-time leading scorer had we gotten him out of
And illegal procedure on the Monarchs will give Piedmont the ball. Now Burns touches it up in the box. Kabina moves it over to Kuda across the top of the box. He'll move it down and give it back to him.
Our entire attack last year was pretty good. Smirka 44.
Now Hadlow rolls back, gives it to Kuda. Kuda gathers, throws it over to Kabina. Kabina will dodge down the near side alley, draws the slide, steps back, gives it to Cone. Cone across to Kuda. Kuda, hitch and roll. And moves the ball back through X. Goff tracks that one down. Now to Kabina. Kabina to Cone. Cone draws the LSM, Brendan Seaman. And now to Kabina. Kabina dodges down the right alley. Gets a step, moves it back. Ball gets swatted away.
TP 17 caused by 8. No ground ball. And we're going to get a penalty on Piedmont, I believe.
Illegal body check called on Cone. A bit too aggressive going after the ground ball and took Brendan Seaman out from behind. So 1 minute penalty, and we'll get to see the Monarchs man up unit for the first time. Sitting at 24% this season. Open set to start things off for the Monarchs. Still just working the ball around the perimeter. Now at X. Bradley looks, moves it up top. Cruz continues the rotation to Glenn. Glenn along to Kephart. Kephart over to Mejia. Cutters go. Pass across the back of the net. And a cutter open on the middle. And Mejia is on the board. So that penalty will release, and Piedmont now trails by 4 with 5 minutes left in the half. Nesbitt and Seaman again at the face-off X. 5:06 to be exact left in half number 1 here in semifinal game number 2. Huntington already punching their ticket to the championship game earlier, beating Greensboro College. Vandermeulen and Burns over on this near side wing. Whistle blows. Nesbitt pops it up to himself and shields it from the double team, then moves it along. Now with Hadlow. Hadlow feels the pressure and moves it out to Burns. Burns will touch it down in the box and fake the dodge. And a timeout will be called by Coach Tim Dunton and the Piedmont Lions. You're watching USA South Men's Lacrosse Tournament action. Brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. Piedmont looking for a goal here late in quarter number 2, down by 4. Coach Dunton rallying the troops there for a quick timeout break. Cabina now on the ball. Long dodge, splits down the right alley, pulls away, pass back to Kinnell. Kinnell over to Cone. Cone now to the left alley, rolls back, tries to find Kinnell, but it deflects off. And over and back is called. Restart now for Mayevsky. Now with Vandermeulen. Vandermeulen moves it out wide. Brian now passes it across the top. Less than 4 to go now. Piedmont trailing by 4. Two, 3-1 set for the Monarchs. Piedmont sloughs in on the backside as they're running a crease slide today. And working it 3 times around, finally reversing the field. And now Kephart slides, dodges through the middle. That ball just lollipops up, and Shalata comes away with it. Jeremy Beck now off to the races. The big man moving downfield. Flips out wide to Hadlow. Hadlow, double teamed. Almost make Kisner's fall over. And Burns will step it in the corner of the box. Preston open in the middle, and he'll receive it. Now Etten will check down for Piedmont. All freshman midfield for the Lions. And only 2 sophomores on the offensive half. That's Hadlow, who just received the ball, and Jenks on the other wing. Goff now moves the ball up top to Kuda. Kuda now to Etten. Etten's got to track this one down. The pass was too low. Keeps it in play. And now he's got a little bit of speed behind him, but decides to pass the ball instead of dodge. Now with Hadlow. Hadlow dodges past Kisner, but pulls back. 2 minutes left in the half. Piedmont trails 6-2. Preston from the backside. Off the mark. Goff picks it up at X. Chase Goff dodges to the near side. Wraps the cage, gets lifted as he shoots. And now Kuda to Jenks. Jenks hit hard as he shoots. And he'll chase that one down. Piedmont ball. Goff to Jenks. Jenks now to Kuda. Jenks now will dodge. Draws the pick and gets the short stick matchup. So Cruz now the short stick matchup with Jenks. Jenks struggles getting past him, but eventually gets a step on him. Gets to 5-5. Double team, triple team. Everybody's all over him. Coach Dunn's trying to call a timeout, but the flag will fly. Etten comes out with a loose ball. Free possession now for Piedmont with 45 seconds left. Ball at X now to Goff. Goff rolls back. Pulls away. Jenks battling on the far wing. Jump shot saved. Mayevsky called with a hold, so a 30-second penalty assessed to the Monarchs. 28 seconds left. And a timeout called by Methodist. 6-2 the score, 28 seconds left, and Piedmont is man up for the final moments here of the half. You're watching 2018 Men's Lacrosse USA South Tournament action brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. So man-up unit for Piedmont back on the field. And they'll work the ball around the perimeter. And now at X. Hadlow, Jenks, Cutters go on the backside. Cone. And now Piedmont's in the 1-4-1, switch out to the 2-3-1. Cabina moving around on the crease. Hadlow at X. Cone sneaking, step down shot, goal! Jeremy Cone. 5 seconds left, and Cone's on the board. Jeremy Cone netting his second of the day. Scored the only goal for the Lions in the first quarter. 6-3 your score. Monarchs lead with 5 seconds left in the half. Nesbitt and Lemieux meeting up again at the face-off X. It's Burns and Seaman on this near side. Methodist will win this one. It's Lemieux who comes out with it. And that'll be it for half number one. Piedmont trailing to the Methodist Monarchs 6-3 here in semifinal action. You're watching the 2018 Men's Lacrosse semifinal action brought to you by the USA South Athletic Conference. Back to the action here at Callaway Stadium. 3-goal differential favoring the Monarchs. Battle in the middle.
One by Methodist ground ball.
And Seaman comes away with it. Burns right on his trail. Seaman flips it behind the back just to keep it in play. Hannock picks it off. Now to Nesbitt. Nesbitt gets bullied to the ground. And a loose ball push is called against the Monarchs. Piedmont ball. Layden none too pleased with that call. And now Burns will touch it in the box for Piedmont. And the Lions will get their first offensive possession of the second half. Kinnell moves the ball down low and gets it right back. Now to Cabina. Josh Cabina, full head of steam. Dodges down the right alley, gets stopped. Now Kinnell. Kinnell to Cone. Cone switches back and slips up. Swarmed and a big-time hold there. Easy call. Mejia had him all over the face mask.
Methodist 8. Old 30.
So a 30-second man-up opportunity again for Piedmont. 14:02 here in the third. Piedmont wide open set, wide set 2-2-2. And a 5-man rotation from the Monarchs man down unit. We'll see if that switches once Piedmont puts somebody on the crease. Goff moves the ball through X. Kinnell to Cone. Still a 5-man rotation for the Monarchs as Jenks gets that one at goal line extended, moves it back pipe to pipe. Pass in front and Cabina just off the mark. All even now, and the Monarchs get another penalty kill. Cabina dodges down, pass back to Kinnell. Kinnell step down shot just wide. Chase Goff with the ball at X. Pass along to Cone, now Cabina, now to Kinnell. And they'll reverse the field and get it back to Cone on the near side. Cone draws the pole. And now Kinnell dodges. Gets past his man, skip pass across to Cone. Cone the rip, just off the target, and heads up to the fans sitting over in that corner. They almost got drilled. Cabina now moves it up to Kinnell. Kinnell will look to dodge. Dodges down the right alley, gets pushed away but draws a slide. Cabina now, top middle, loses the ball. Vandermeulen now headed the other way. Cabina all over him. Pass ahead to Majewski. And the fast break, step down and drilled on the doorstep was Kephart. Wenger does a good job clearing the crease there. Kinnell open for the clearing pass, picks it up. Kinnell lobs it ahead to Burns. Burns brings it down, touches it up in the box. Fast break for Piedmont, and a heavy hit there for Jenks. Jenks pulls the trigger and goes down. Preston now on the ball on the restart. Less than 12 to play in the third. Cone sends it back to him. And they'll work the ball back through X where Goff receives it. Josh Brown defending on Goff. Now it moves up to Preston. Preston now to Burns. Burns passes it along. Burns dodges over the top. Pulls away. Burns will substitute now. Kuda gets it, and he's got a lot of running space. Dodges to his left hand, draws a slide, rolls back. Preston now to Cone. Cone down the far side. Shoots over his man, hits the side of the net. Goff up top now to Kuda. Kuda to Preston. Preston to Kuda. And there's a short stick matchup for Jenks at X. He draws Mejia back there. Check that, Majewski. Jenks draws a quick slide and pulls away. Now to Cone. Now with Preston. And Goff has the short stick matchup, but he's being locked up. Shot clock is put on. 30 seconds for Piedmont to hit the cage or the goalie. Cone down the far side. Bouncer will fall. Cone has himself a hat trick. So 1 goal a quarter for Jeremy Cone. First team all-conference this season. 10-17 left and a 2-goal advantage now for the Monarchs as Piedmont tries chipping away. Lemieux and Nesbitt back together at the circle. Cruz and Hannock on the near side wing. Nesbitt pushes this one forward. Push to the ground was Nesbitt, so a loose ball push will give Piedmont the ball. Burns pushes in and pulls away. Cabina to Kennel. Kennel will slow things down and get the last sub on. It'll be Tyler Etten after Burns comes off. He decides to float around a little bit on the offensive end to try and keep on Cade Cruz. Etten now with a little bit of space. Shields his stick from the check and moves the ball back through X. Goff does a good job fielding that one. Pick set by Hadlow, and Goff gets switched to. Cabina draws Matt Layden. Layden been playing mostly attack in this game, but listed as a midfielder on the roster. Cabina dodges to the outside, gets past him. Step down, rip, too far. 9 minutes to go in the third. Jenks starts things off in the corner. Now with Kennel. Kennel along to Etten. Etten spins it backwards. And they'll play catch at the top of the box. Now Kennel against Mejia. Kennel rolls back, gives it to Etten. Etten now across the top to Cabina. Cabina, hitch step down the right alley. The jump shot off the mark. Layden's off to the races to get this one back for the Monarchs. Monarchs now clearing the ball downfield.
Methodist.
Ball gets moved back up top to Layden. Glenn wide open on the doorstep. And now Wenger gets switched out to play on Layden. Layden dodging from the wing. Roll back at X by Layden, searching for something. Moves it out to the wing. Now with Mejia. Mejia dodging on Burns. Rolling. Getting a step, but pulling away. Crease. Doorstep, and that one slips through. And Michael Bradley gathering that one. And A.J. Mejia getting credited for the assist. So 7-4 the score. Monarchs lead. Vandermeulen sent out to face off against Nesbitt. And Methodist will win this one. Interference called on the backside of the play, so Piedmont ball. Jonah Preston gets past one, touches it in the box, and Brendan Seaman goes out to play on him. Cone now with the ball, and Seaman will switch over to him. Now to Preston. Preston has Kuda. Kuda stepping on the field and going. Pass in front, and Jenks gets bullied on the doorstep. Cone comes away with it. Jenks on the ball now, moves it to Preston. Jonah Preston spins it out to Cade Kuda. Hadlow trying to call for it. He's got the short stick matchup. Now he'll take Vandermeulen to X. They'll switch off on him. And now Preston draws the pole. Ball thrown out to Kuda. Kuda now to Cone. Cone has the short stick. Slide comes quick. Double team now on Cone. Preston rolling through and keeping possession. Six minutes to go here in the third. Brady Jenks with the ball in the corner. He's got the short stick. Dodges underneath, gets up high, shot goes wide. Goff tries to dodge from X and gets lifted. Josh Brown takes that one away. Cooley Jr. picks it up. Ball on the turf now. Good ride here by the Lions. Pass finds the stick of Layden, and he's off to the races to try and get in the box in time. Hadlow throws the wrap check, nothing gained. Layden is going, he's going, and finally loses it. And now Graham wants to head the other way, but drops it out of the back of his stick. Bradley drops it, but picks it back up. So Michael Bradley finally settling things down for Methodist. Methodist settling down now. Putting into that 2-3-1 offense now with Layden. He'll work it back through X and get it back. Bradley moves it along. Dodge along the far side. Pass in front, gets through. Cruz picks it up on the backside. Working the ball around the perimeter. Coach Dunton wanting a shot clock put on against Methodist. Cruz now carries across. Bryan dodges down the near side, rolls back. Shot and goal as that one slips through Chilada's legs. Jack Bryan netting that one. 4-goal advantage with 4 to play here in the third. It's a 4-goal lead for the Monarchs, 8-4. And we're back at the face-off X. Nesbitt battling on this one, pops it out to himself, tucks his stick to get past Seaman. Still going is Nesbitt. Finally tries to push it out, and it gets taken away. Ball on the carpet. Finally picked up by Tartline. Mejia gets through. And now Methodist Monarchs settle things down on offense with 3.5 to play in the third. Mastriani will hold things to slow down again. Layden gets the ball just outside of the box. He'll carry down. Wenger presses out on him, and they move it through X. Bradley continues the rotation, spinning it out wide. And now back up top. Mejia on the ball now. Spins it out to Layden. Graham putting on the pressure, and Bradley moves it through. Mejia now dodging down the near side. Kind of just pulls that one away. Bradley gets the ball dislodged by Graham. Picks it back up. Now they'll work the ball back through X. Shot clock put on, and Chilada picks that one off. 2 minutes left in the third. Chilada lobs this one out, and Crane Baker will grab it on the offensive end. And now to Hadlow. Hadlow moves it to Goff. Goff at X. Moves it along to Jenks. Piedmont will get their defensive subs off. Cabina passes it over to Kennel. Offense is ready for Piedmont. And they'll pass it down to Hadlow. Hadlow to Goff. Goff will continue the rotation to Jenks. Kennel. Cabina. Cabina will dodge. Dodges down the right alley. Pass back to Kennel. Kennel step down shot. Save. Less than a minute to go now. 8-4 the score, favoring Methodist, and they throw that one away. Reset from the wing with Jenks. Jenks drives high, passes back out to Cabina, but not a good pass. Cabina tracks it down out by the outside of the box, now to Kennel. Sean Kennel on the ball. Josh Cabina looking for the downhill dodge now, splits to his right hand, gets past his man, pass back to Kennel. Kennel gathers, passes to Cone. Cone now, lefty, shot goes wide. 16.5 seconds, and Piedmont has the ball at X. Goff to start. Pass to Hadlow on the crease. Hadlow tries to get past his man. His efforts are thwarted. He moves it back out to Cone. Cone hitch steps and rolls through. Ball on the turf. Now Cabina with the ball. Score after 3, Methodist 8, Piedmont 4. 15 more minutes to play here in semifinals game tonight. Stick with us. You're watching the USA South Men's Lacrosse Tournament, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. to the action once again here at Callaway Stadium. 15 minutes left in this one. Winner of this one punches their ticket to championship contest tomorrow against the Huntington Hawks, looking for that first USA South Athletic Conference tournament championship for men's lacrosse. Nesbitt hit hard there after the whistle, and Methodist is going to get possession of the ball.
I saw the procedure call that time. And he held up a 1 briefly. Yeah. It was funny, the other one, it took him 20 seconds. Yeah, he was already down, like, past the restraining order.
A ball on the end line with Bradley. Bradley beats Graham high. And Layden on the backside. Hitch step, gets underneath, and Wenger does a good job recovering and pushing him down behind the goal. Rusty gate check works, and Layden gets de-sticked.
No, somebody was in the crease. I think our guy in front 4 was in the crease. TM4. Oh.
Flag is down on the backside, and Wenger carries it down. It's going to be some sort of penalty on Methodist on the backside of the play. Piedmont now will settle down on offense. One minute has ticked away. 4-goal advantage for the Monarchs. Now as Piedmont gets their first line midfielders out. Cabina dodges down the far alley and rolls back. Cone picks that one up. And now Kennel gives it back. 3-1-2 set, counting from up top. Cabina loses that one under his feet, but picks it back up. Dodges down the left alley, beats his man, continues going, and pulls back. Cone now to Kennel. Kennel will look to dodge on the near side. Dodges to his right hand, forced away. Rolls back. Moves it along, pass down. Jenks in the corner. He's got the short stick matchup back at X. And they'll continue working the ball around the perimeter now to Cone. Cone swim moves his man, loses his feet and gets popped hard up high, so another flag will fly. So a pair of penalties, and Cone a little slow to get up on that one. So a pair of penalties on the Monarchs will give Piedmont a 2-man advantage here. So a pair of fouls, both of them for a minute, one a slash, and an unnecessary roughness call. Jenks. Step down shot goes wide. 12:43 left in the game. Jenks now gets the ball at the top of the box. Moves it along now to Kennel. Kennel to goal line extended to Hadlow. Hadlow carries high. Skip pass across to Cone. Cone step down, rip, and it finds the back of the net. That's 4 for Jeremy Cone. So a goal a quarter for Cone. Both penalties releasable, so working in all even now with 12 and a half minutes left in the game. 8-5 the score as Piedmont still looking to chip away from that early Methodist lead. The whistle blows for the face-off, and Nesbitt pops it right out to Burns. Burns picks it up. Double teamed, and a wrap check will connect with the elbow pad. Burns splits through the middle. Double team, drops the ball. Mayevsky now looks to clear, and he sends it across the field. Cooley Jr. gathers it on the far side, gives it back to Stevenson. Stevenson now moves it upfield. Layden with the ball now in the wing, moves it up top. Cruz now trots down into the corner. Pulls back, and he'll move it up top to Mastriani. Continues rotating it that way down through Layden. Layden pushed out by Wenger. Still running. And he'll carry it all the way around the net and move it up top. And now with Brian. Brian moves it across the top of the box. .11 minutes now. Ball on the near side. Pass gets pushed up top. Trail check will land, and Wenger comes up with a loose ball. Cause turnover, give that one to Jake Hannick. Now Crane Baker's off to the races. He'll push it down to the attack inside the box. Skip pass goes across, and Hadlow picks it up on the backside. Hadlow rolls away from pressure, and now he's off to the races trying to find open space. The Piedmont coaching staff shouting, just slow that one down. Don't want to force anything and give up an easy turnover. And just like that, they give it right away. Pass in front and a goal for Kephart. Kephart all alone down there, nobody anywhere near him. Had the one-on-one matchup with Chilada. So the lazy pass down on the offensive end will give the goal to the Monarchs.
What's the icon? Look at the icon. I know, I get that. I got it. Come on, James. It's 5. Yes.
Vandermeulen and Nesbitt. Nesbitt wins this one back. Burns loses it. Seaman picks it up. He'll touch it in the box and roll back. And moves it along. Crane Baker and Glenn check on and during the subs, as does Mastriani. Glenn thought about the dodge but pulls away, waiting for that last sub. Layden passes it along. Flag down off the cheap shot by Wenger on the back side of the play. Now Layden wants to dodge. Layden splits left, passes up top, picked off by Beck. Beck hit, and Wenger picks it up. Slash called on Wenger. So minute man up now for the Monarchs. Open set now and a 5-man rotation from Piedmont. 9 minutes remaining. Burns presses out and wins the ball back for Piedmont after a nice hit. Caught the Monarchs sleeping. He's over the midfield line. Catches one off the arm. Jenks on the ball. And the penalty is released. All even now. Cone trots onto the field to substitute for the penalty. He draws the pole and gives it back to Kennel. Final sub comes on for Piedmont. It's Sean Kennel. Kennel back to Cabina. Cabina backs up before attacking. Dodges to the left side. Draws a slide quickly. Rolls back. Moves it to Kennel. Kennel now shifts towards this side. Moves it to Hadlow. Hadlow moves it back up top. Cone to Kennel. Kennel now on the dodge. Dodges to his left hand. Beats his man. Draws the slide and rolls back. The step out pass to Cabina connects, and Cabina now wants to sweep. Hitch step comes over the top. Beats his man. Jump shot. And he finds the back of the net and draws the penalty. So Josh Cabina nets his first. And the officiating crew will have a quick word about that one. 7:27 left in tonight's contest. 6-9 your score. Monarchs lead. Dead ball foul will give Piedmont the ball with no face-off. Illegal body check called on Park Kisner. Now Piedmont works in the man up. That pass intended for Hadlow gets picked off by the Monarchs. Tartline on the ball, moves it along. Offsides is called on Jenks as he slides across the midfield line. The pass trickles along and out of bounds. So 30-second penalty assessed to Jenks for stepping over the midfield line. Less than 7 to go now. Monarchs are leading in this one, 9-6 over the Lions.
So they're going to hold it until like the 6:20 mark and try and play 8 or 7 seconds to get one good look now. We have 6 in there.
So Monarchs penalty wasn't released, and they have 6 guys down on the offensive end, 3 and the goalie on the defensive end.
Wendy's probably real nervous right now. She's going to start getting yelled at now. Should be 5 on 5. Because it 6:49.
6:49 left in the contest, and Hannock will go and press out on Glenn after the long discussion there with the Monarchs thinking that their penalty had released. And still a little bit more discussion at the table. Coach Dunton now having a word with the officiating crew. Whistle blows, and now Glenn will start off things for the Monarchs. Glenn running in a big circle, now rolls back.
What was Park's penalty? Unnecessary?
And now the penalty release for Methodist, and Piedmont will settle into a man-down defense. A 1-4-1 set for the Monarchs, and Chilada picks that one off. Reaches out on that one and picks it away. Crane Baker releasing from the midfield, picks that one up and is now heading down. Crane Baker driving in, pass it down the same side, kills the fast break. Now he'll get it back and move it to Cabina, and Piedmont will settle on offense. Cabina dodges, passes in front, gets deflected away. Seaman comes up with a loose ball. Ball trickles down to Beck, and Beck will throw back to Zach Chilada. Chilada runs upfield, looks for an open man, finds Cone. Cone just on the offensive half, shields his stick, and will now look to get it down into the box. Less than 5.5 to play. Cabina on the ball now. Gives it over to Kinnell. Play call coming in from the sidelines. Cone to Cabina. Cabina touches it in the box. Cabina now getting the nod for the ISO. Dodges to his left hand, steps out. Works the ball down through X, and it gets picked away. Picked up by Jenks, who moves it out to Cone. Cone to Kinnell. Kinnell now gets the nod for the dodge. Dodges down the right alley, no slide. And now he'll roll back. Now with Cone. Cone to Cabina. Cabina to the left side. Draws the slide. Moves it back to Cone. Cone steps down. Shot. Saved and deflected high. And now it's a race to the sideline. And Jenks is there first to keep it in play. Coach Dunton calls a timeout. 4:17 left in the contest. And the Monarchs are leading 9-6. You're watching semifinal action here live from Callaway Stadium. Piedmont restarting in the wing. Cone now dodging against Seaman.
Do me a favor and don't touch your phone again the rest of the game. Yeah, seriously.
Pass across the crease and a goal for Piedmont. Brady Jenks off the backside. Stings the nylon.
And that's only because it's a 2-goal game with 4 minutes to play. And if you lose 7 or 8 seconds on the possession, you're going to get by both of them.
Jenks with his first of the day. Back to the face-off X. 7-9 the score with 4 minutes. It's Nesbitt and Vandermeulen once again. Nesbitt wins this one out forward, and Burns now battling for the loose ball with Seaman. And it rolls out of bounds, last touching the stick of Brendan Seaman, so Piedmont ball. No release, so the official will send the attackman back to the box. Burns swims through the stick and touches it in the box. 3:45 left in the game. Piedmont trailing by 2 to the Monarchs. Kuda now on the ball. He draws the pole now with Kinnell on the far side. They'll reverse the field and get it up to Preston. Preston now dodging down the near side. Gets hit up high, flags fly, and ball is on the floor. Whistle blows, and Piedmont gets another man up unit. Frustration from Methodist here late in the contest. Majewski frustrated with that call. Cross-check, 1 minute penalty for Majewski. So Piedmont has a minute to work with, but need to score quickly and with only 3 minutes and 10 seconds and a little bit of ground to make up. The Monarchs have done a good job defensively on man down so far. Skip pass up to Kinnell. Kinnell step down shot, save Stevenson. Bounces out wide, and Chase Goff tries to find it. Still battle along the end line. 2v2 ground ball. Now a 4v2 favoring Piedmont. More jerseys come. It's a swarm against the ball, and finally gets pushed out by Methodist. Piedmont ball at X. 2:37 left in the game, and a 2-goal differential favoring Methodist. Reset from X. Cone now on the ball. Gives it up to Jenks. Cone now, step down, rip, top right corner. Jeremy Cone with another one. So 1-goal differential now, 2:25 left after Cone nets his 5th of the day. Seaman will get the nod for the face-off against Nesbitt here late. Vandermeulen and Burns on the near side. Whistle blows. Nesbitt wins the clamp and pops it out. He comes up with a loose ball and makes one miss. Pass inside to Burns. Burns will now jog down and touch it in the box and move it out wide. closing in on the 2-minute mark. Now Kinnell with the ball. Kinnell gives it up to Cabina. Cabina hitch step, tries to come over the top. Defended well. He switches back to his left hand and opts to move that one over to Kinnell. Cone locked off at X. Cabina dodges, and the switch is made. Now Hadlow has a short stick. Piedmont not really in a shape offensively now as Kinnell has the pole. Cabina now on the ball. Timeout is called by Piedmont. Monarchs lead this one with 1:19 left in the contest, 9-8 over the Piedmont Lions here in semifinal action. You're watching the USA South Men's Lacrosse Semifinals, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. Would it be a tournament weekend without an exciting matchup like this? 1 goal differential with less than 1.5 to play. Piedmont with Cone on the ball. He dodges down the right alley, pushes past a slide, draws the triple team, and a ward is called, so he gives it away. And now Layden off to the races down the near sideline. Layden will get it down to the offensive end. Touch it up in the box. He draws Hannick. Hannick puts the pressure on. Less than a minute to go. Hannick throwing checks. Layden dodging all of them. Well, Hannick has to catch up after he gets picked off by Kinnell. Less than 40 to go. Layden moving around at X. 30 seconds to go now. 1 goal differential. Monarchs lead. Now with 20 seconds to go. Pass gets dropped inside. Ball on the turf. Graham chases it down. He picks it up. Graham off to the races. Drops the ball. Picks it back up. 12 seconds now. Ball gets moved inside. Jenks gets swarmed. 8 seconds. Jenks driving inside. Jenks in front of the net. Scores! Brady Jenks finding the back of the net. 4.4 seconds. We're all tied up, folks. It's a nail-biter here at Callaway Stadium for the first ever USA South Men's Lacrosse Tournament. Piedmont bench erupting on that one. Quite the opposite emotion from the other side. I believe Matt Layden threw his helmet. And a lot of frustration from the senior midfielder. 4.4 seconds. Seaman and Nesbitt meet in the middle for the faceoff. Whistle blows. Nesbitt gets jacked up at the face-off X, and a shot goes wide.
That was the same play as Clark.
And we're headed into overtime, ladies and gentlemen. So 9-9, your score, as Piedmont and Methodist wants to play a little bit longer. Stick with us. We've got 4 minutes until they take the field. We'll be back with more Piedmont versus Methodist semifinal action, brought to you live from Callaway Stadium. Back to the overtime action here from Callaway Stadium in semifinal game number 2. Refresher for those folks at home. It's a golden goal opportunity here, so first team to score will play Huntington tomorrow for the USA South Men's Lacrosse Championship contest. Nesbitt and Seaman to meet up at the face-off X to start it off for overtime. Seaman giving Nesbitt the most trouble inside the circle. Mejia and Burns on this near side. Nesbitt bullied off the ball. Lays out for it, and it goes up the other way as Majewski picks it up. And a timeout called for Methodist. So 11 seconds after the opening faceoff, and Methodist gets possession, calls the timeout. So 9-9 still the score. Methodist timeout. They'll probably draw something up, and Piedmont will drop in on defense. Both teams come out of the timeout. The Methodist fans getting loud in the stands. Ball in the wing, and Wenger goes out to press out. Mejia on the ball. He'll dodge on Crane Baker down the right alley. Slide comes, it's Graham. Ball gets moved back to Bradley. Bradley settles it down at X. Now with Kephart. Kephart moves it up top. Glenn now on the ball. Glenn dodges down the right alley. Gets forced away by Crane Baker, now at X. Burns is locking off Layden, and Layden will set a pick, but Beck does a good job working his way through. Bradley passes it on. Ball on the turf. Wenger battling for it. Bradley picks it up. 3 minutes to go in overtime period number 1. Now as Bradley looks to dodge on Beck. Dodges down the right alley. Beck throws the lift. Behind the back shot goes wide. Now Kephart falling, shoots, can't make it happen. Chilada racing to the inline. And Chilada picks it up as he's going out of bounds, so now Piedmont settles down on defense. Layden has the ball at X. It's Burns that goes down to play defense. Less than 2:40 left to play. Golden goal opportunity now. Methodist held the ball on offense for most of the period. Backside look. Skip passes there. Mayhaw gets blocked. Chilada takes that one off the helmet. Now it's a 4v1 ground ball. Graham throwing pushes. And no flags fly, but the Methodist Monarchs keep possession. 2:15 left in overtime period number 1. Ball gets moved up top. Ryan now moves it back through X. Mejia on the ball, looks to dodge on Burns. Burns forces him back away. Moved up top to Layden. Layden thought about the dodge, but moves it over instead. Glenn now moves it back to him. Matt Layden on the ball. Layden with 2 already in today's contest. Wants the ISO dodge from up top on Wenger. Layden dodges to his left hand. Wenger throws the over the head check. Gets beat. Shot. Save. Chilada. Doorstep. No good on the shot. Doorstep again. And Matt Layden finds the back of the net. Methodist takes it in overtime over the lines of Piedmont College. The rebound was given up and Piedmont goes down. The Monarchs are going to take this one, and they'll face Huntington tomorrow in the championship game. Huge victory there for the Monarchs as they're moving on over Piedmont. So after a long, hard-fought extra minutes game, the Lions will head home, and the Monarchs get ready to play again tomorrow. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm Patrick Ammons. We'll be with you tomorrow as well if you're staying around. Thanks very much for tuning in to the USA South Men's Lacrosse Semifinals, where Methodist takes it in overtime, 10-9 over the Lions.